Ready for an adventure in the realms where history and mystery intersect? Well, you had better be. This tale begins in the Portuguese town of Sintra. You'll find this place to be pleasantly quaint, but be warned, it will be swarming with people when tourist season arrives. By the way, there are some great dining options here, so be sure to fill up before you begin. While there is much to see here, our main destination awaits at the top of the hill. It's a bit of a walk, so I'll fill you in on the backstory along the way. The Knights Templar were a secret order dating back to the 1100s. They were said to be guardians of holy relics, but they also used their influence to gain political power throughout Europe. It was ambitions of this sort that seemed to help Portugal secure its independence and acquire its status as a major economic power. It is even claimed that this order created a shadow government and went on to inspire other secret societies to this day. And now, after a bit of walking, we finally encounter one of the area's most photographed attractions. This is the Initiation Well. Constructed as somewhat of an inverted tower, it is 30 meters deep and consists of 9 levels, which is said to represent the 9 founding members of the order. But some claim that this is representative of the 9 circles of the afterlife you will find in the works of Dante. Within this interestingly strange structure, the initiate would have been blindfolded, only to be guided by faith and a bit of esoteric knowledge to lead the way. Oh yeah, and it seems they may have also had a sharp blade pressed against them as well. At the bottom you will see a compass. Look closely and you'll notice the center of it incorporates the Knight's Cross. Now you think reaching the bottom is the final objective? You'd better think again. The hopeful knight would now have to navigate a confusing labyrinth of cavernous corridors, some of which lead to amazing views. Notice the stepping stones across the pond. These are said to symbolize walking on water. Much of this journey seems to be symbolic of death and rebirth, and it is once the initiate finally exits this tunnel that they are then reborn as a knight. Now that we have finally emerged after conquering the darkness, there are many other structures to enjoy. Along these wondrous pathways you will encounter towers to climb, a chapel to visit, and other hidden areas to explore. So what happened to the Knights Templar anyway? Ever hear of that infamous date, Friday the 13th? Well, in 1307, that was the day that King Philip IV of France ordered the arrest and execution of Templar members. It seems that their power may have grown to the extent of being considered a threat. But don't worry, they would later regroup right here in Portugal under the name the Order of Christ. Now you saw those tunnels we were just in? They say that those actually run all over the property, connecting multiple buildings. Interestingly enough, construction of this marvelous estate didn't even begin until the early 1900s. But the guy who built it? Yep, you guessed it. He is said to have ties to Freemasonry. So it seems the traditions of the Knights Templar may still be alive and well today, especially here in Sintra.